the story of my life. I was a very troubled kid. Got into tons of trouble with the law in and out of jail. Terrible addiction to methamphetamine. Shooting up daily. I never thought I was going to live and make it to 25, let alone 60. My last stint in prison was 4 years. That was the last brush with the police. Arrested in 95, out in 99. It's been 30 years clean. When I got out of prison, I owed $70,000 in child support. I dug myself out of department with various jobs. Through hard work, I amassed over $1 million today. Credit score today is 843. I did this all on my own. I busted my ass and went from the shittiest jobs of shoveling dirt and mud under crawl spaces to running the insulation portion of 60-story high-rises with 7 to 10 guys working under me. I am disabled from an accident at work and am in the process of starting a nonprofit that trains the neurodivergent to gain work experience. My second daughter today is neurodivergent. Rewind to about 1990. I had a child with a woman I thought I loved. This was at the height of my addiction. I knew we weren't ready for a child, and I relayed that. To me, this was a discussion, but it clearly was more than that to her, because she just left me and was gone. Didn't involve me in the birth. Maybe 2 years later, I had moved to the Northwest, and I found out she had moved to Florida to have the baby. We originally lived in New York. I get a letter saying I owe child support. My first child's name is A. When I got out of prison, I came back to New York and really tried to make up for lost time. At first, A seemed very interested in getting to know me, but over time I believe her mother poisoned me toward her because of how much fun she saw me having with A. Over time, A became very angry and hurtful, going out of her way to be intentionally mean. I've spent the last 25 years trying to make up, and nothing I do seems to work. X. At one point her mother said, "I can't handle her. You have to take her," and I took her in. She was about 15, and I was barely able to take care of myself. She was so hard on me. One day during an argument, she said, "It doesn't matter 'cause I'm going back with my mom anyway." I said, "No, you're living with me now." But her mother filed paperwork again and took her back in. We rarely talked after that. When I did talk to her now, and then she would ask for money, $500 here, $1,000 there, until one day I blew up and said she can't use me like that. She blew up back at me and slammed the phone down, and I didn't hear from her for, I'm guessing, 10 years. I was tired of trying to force relationship that she clearly didn't want. I figured she'll call when she's ready. In 2012, I had my second daughter. I swore I was going to do this one right, and I have. She's growing up, right? She's growing up wonderful. Then, out of the blue, A calls me back. I'm 60 now, and says she wants a relationship. Wants me to get to know the grandkids I've never met. We talked every day about 3 weeks, and everything seemed fine, and then she just stopped talking. I sent her gifts for her birthday. I sent the kids hundreds worth of gifts for Christmas, no response. I haven't talked to her in any length in 5 months. Yes, I have called her, and she says, "Oh, I'm just so busy these days." I really enjoy our talks, though. I feel like she's doing it again, possibly because she knows I'm older, knows I got hurt and am disabled, and she wants to remind me that she's still in my life, without doing the work of actually being in my life in the hopes of getting some inheritance. The question is, am I overreacting, overthinking? When I question her and she says I'm just really busy, I think, in this day and age, we have cell phones on our hips when we go to the bathroom. If you can't send a text every now and then, especially when someone sends you a mass number of gifts for Christmas and birthdays, then what you're really saying, you're not that important to me. Regardless of our age and me, relationship, she has involved the grandkids now, and they shouldn't suffer even if I don't ever get to talk to them or get a thank you. I know I screwed up. I screwed up her life. I've really tried to make amends. I have so much to offer her today. Her mother didn't involve me in the birth. I was fully paralyzed with addiction, living on the streets and shooting up in alleyways. I had no control over my addiction. I realize this is not an excuse. I can't change the past, but I'm trying to make up. But what more can I do? She's put me in a difficult place with the grandkids. My therapist says, just be happy with whatever you get from her, and when she's ready, she'll contact you. I send gifts, and I don't even get a thank you. It's not that I don't plan on leaving her anything, but I would say $10,000 each between her and the grandkids. $30,000 total should be enough unless she really wants to involve me in her life and call me more than once every 6 months. Do I really have a right to have an expectation of some kind of relationship with her? She contacted me. She said she wanted a relationship. We talked for 3 weeks. Nothing happened from my end that can see that would have annoyed her to cause her to stop talking, and when I do talk to her, she says, no, everything's fine. I'm just really busy. Am I overreacting? And would you leave more as an inheritance? The thing I think about a lot. Yes, I hurt you. Yes, you have a right to be angry over it. But I never did anything to intentionally hurt you. She has gone out of her way to hurt me emotionally and to use me for money when she needs it, and every dime I leave her is that much less my other daughter will end up with. Signed, trying to do the right thing. Update. For those comments about maybe she needed you to be involved and visit, and not just a phone call and gifts. She lives about 6 hours from me, and I offered to visit from day one. She said no because she has a small place and said she would drive out before the end of the summer that turned into Christmas that is now in spring. I even offered to meet at a neutral location at Nobles Amusement Park, one halfway between us, but nothing. I would drive out tomorrow to meet her if she'd let me.